Good morning, students. So today I will explain the chemical bonding chapter. See the question number 1. If the atomic number of inert gas is Z, then ionic bond can be formed between element having the atomic number. You see here atomic number of inert gas Z. So this is inert gas configurations. So in this inert gas, from this inert gas, if we add 1 or 2, Z plus 2, Z plus 1 means inert gas. After if we add 1, we get the first year group elements. Plus 2 means second year group elements. Means alkali metal, alkali earth metal. Z minus 1 means from this side Z minus 1, this side Z minus 2. Z minus 1 means halogens, means 7th year group elements. Z minus 2 means chalcogens, 6th year group elements. Okay. So these are highly electropositive, oxidation number plus 1. These are more electronegative, oxidation number is minus 1. So Z plus 1, Z minus 1, both are from the ionic compound. This is more electropositive, this is more electronegative. These two are from ionic compound or ionic bond. Between the bond formation between Z plus 1 element to Z minus 1 elements, we get the ionic bond. Like that, Z plus 2 means its oxidation number is plus 2. Z minus 2, its oxidation number is minus 2. So this is also more electropositive, this is more electronegative. But compared to 7th year group, this is less electronegative. But compared to this one, it is more electronegative. Compared to second year group, it is more electronegative. Compared to 7th year group, it is little bit less electronegative. That's why this is more electropositive and more electronegative of Z plus 2, Z minus 2 also from the ionic bond. That's why here the bond is formed between the here atomic number of Z means atomic number of inert gas is Z. Element with atomic number Z minus 1 means halogen. Z plus 1 means alkali metals. The combination between alkali metal and halogen is formed the ionic bond. Like that, element with atomic number Z minus 2 means chalcogen mean or oxygen family. Z plus 2 means alkali earth metals. So alkali earth metal chalcogens also that combination also form the ionic bond. So option is Z minus 1 Z plus 1 also form the ionic bond, and same time Z minus 2 Z plus 2 also form the ionic bond. Option is 3, both 1 and 2. So that is about the concept. Then next one is then see the question number 2. The formula of metal phosphate, if the formula of its chloride, you see here MCl2 they given. Okay, once see here. So in MCl, metal oxidation number is plus 2. See here MCl2 they given. In MCl2 chlorine minus 1, 2 chlorines minus 2. Then metal is plus 2. So here metal oxidation number is plus 2. Its valency 2. Then what about the formula of metal phosphate? Phosphate formula PO4 minus 3. According to the crisscross method, here M this 3 is comes to this one side M3, and here PO4 is there PO4 in bracket. Here 2 will come to this one side M3 PO4 twice. So this is the answer, M3 PO4 twice. That's why here second one. Second question answer is M3 PO4 twice. Option is 1. Then question number is 3. Which of the following species contain non-metal cation? Is here chromium also metal cation, NOCl2. So it is a covalent compound. Okay. Then AlCl3. Here also aluminum is a from the plus 3 oxidation plus 3 cation. Okay. Then next one is NH4Cl. So here NH4Cl, its oxidation number you see here. NH4Cl is a ionic compound. If it is dissociated, we get the NH4 plus Cl minus. Among this, NH4 plus is a nitrogen non-metal, hydrogen non-metal. So the non-metal cation means NH4 plus. So option is NH4Cl is a non-metal chloride. Now ammonium chloride is a form the non-metal cation, that is NH4 plus cation. So it is given by the third compound. Question number 4. Among the following halide, one have the minimum melting point. So generally the melting point is depending on the lattice energy. If the lattice energy is directly proportional to the charge of the ion, melting point depending on the lattice energy. Lattice energy depending on the charge of ions divided by radius of ions. You see here all are have the potassium fluoride, potassium chloride, potassium bromide, potassium iodide. In all are cation is same, means charge is same, +1 +1 +1. So charge is similar, no need to take charge. Then lattice energy inversely proportional to radius. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Potassium iodide. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. All are in same group now. Top to bottom atomic size what have increased. Which one is a larger size? Anion. Iodine is a larger size anion. Larger the size means lattice energy decrease. Why? Lattice energy inversely proportional to the radius. So here larger size anion means lattice energy decrease. Lattice energy decrease means melting point decrease. So which one is the minimum melting point compound? They give an answer question. So Ke, iodine is a larger size. Its lattice energy is decrease. Melting point also decrease. Then option is one have the minimum melting point. Which one is minimum melting point? Potassium iodide. Why? Iodine is a larger size anion. So that's why here lattice melting point depending on the lattice energy. Lattice energy directly proportional to the charge divided by radius. Which one is highest radius? Iodine. Iodine larger size radius means lattice energy decrease. Lattice energy decrease means melting point also decrease. That's why minimum melting point is potassium iodide. Option is 3. The next one is question number 5. In which of the following molecule the central atom expands its covalency but not its octet? Is here we have to check this electron configuration, then we will get the idea. Here question number 5. ICl2, first one option. Ground state electron configuration of iodine is 5s2, 5p5, 5d10. One see here 5s2. 5s2, 2 electrons are there here. 5p5, 5 electrons are there. 5d 0. But here 2Cl is there. So here one of the 2Cl minus is there. That's why here 1 electron is added to this one side. In this orbital 2 electrons are added. Okay. Then total number of electron 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2 6 means these 3. So this is these 3. Okay, then this one is this is. So this is first one is equal to this one. Then total number of electrons 1, 2 plus 6, 10, 8, 8 plus 2, 10. So it is extend the octet configuration. Okay. Then next one is C2H4. Here C2H4 2s2 2p2 carbon oxidation valence electron configuration. Here 2s2 2p2, but in excited this is ground state configuration. In excited state one of the electron in the 2s orbital transfer to the 2p. That's 2s1 2p3. These 4 hydrogens form the bond with these electrons. So it is they have the octet configuration but also extend the configuration. Then next boron tetrafluoride. You see here also Ground state configuration of the boron is 2s2 2p1. In first excited state, one of the electron transferred to the 2p orbital, 2s1 2p2. Then remaining four fluorines form the bond with this one electrons. So here octet configuration is not extended. Octet configuration is not extended, but here extended. The next one is sulfur. Here 3s2 3p4 3d0. But in the excited state, one of the electron in the 2p orbital transferred to the 2d orbital. So it is extend the octet configuration. So it is also extend octet configuration. So it is also not correct. It is also extend the octet configuration, not correct. These two are not extend the octet configuration. These two are correct. You see once. Your question: which of the following molecules central atom expands its covalence? Covalence extends, but not its octet configuration. So octet configuration is not extended, but covalence is extended. That's why here octet configuration is not extended, covalence is extended. Why means here covalence is more, here also covalence more, but here these two are not extend the octet configuration. Here covalence is okay, but extend the octet configuration. So it is extend octet configuration, it is also extend octet configuration. These two are not extend octet configuration. Option B and C. This one and this one, B and C, not it octet configuration is extended. Covalence is extended, but octet configuration is not extended in B and C. The next one is the sum of formal charge in SO4 minus 2 ion. Here formal charge, we have one formula. It is represented by the QF. So this is the formal charge formula QF. QF is equal to Na means number of valence electrons minus number of lone pair of electrons, 1/2 minus 1/2 number of bond pair electrons. So this is SO4 minus 2 structure. SO4 minus 2 structure. Here sulfur around 4 bonds are there. That means 4 bonds means each bond is formed by the 2 electrons. 4 bond means 4 into 2, 8 electrons are there. Bonded electrons 8. Okay, see here. Then sulfur, first sulfur formal charge we have to find out. Sulfur formal charge means first Na means this is Na means number of valence electrons of sulfur. Sulfur valence electron 6. Lone pair electrons in the around the sulfur, any lone pair electrons is there around the sulfur, here, no lone pairs. So lone pair electrons are not there. So in the sulfur, around the sulfur, lone pair electrons 0. So this is 0. 1/2. Bond pair electron means how many bond pair? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bond electrons 4 into 2, 8 electrons. So 2 4 are 8. 6 minus 4 plus 2. Sulfur formal charge is plus 2. The next one is oxygen. You take any one oxygen, either this one or this one or this one or this one, because of all are same equal. You take this one. Here also oxygen valence electrons is 6 minus number of lone pair electrons. These two 1 lone pair, these two 1 lone pair, these two 1 lone pair. Total how many lone pair? 6 lone pairs. Electrons minus 6 by minus 1/2 into how many bond pair? How many bond? This is one bond is there. One bond means 2 bond electrons. 2. That's why 6 minus 1/2 2. 2 cancel. 6 minus 1. So 6 minus 7 is equal to minus 1. So each oxygen formal charge minus 1. That's why here I write minus charge. Then 4 oxygen ki 4 minus 4 into minus 1 minus 4. Sulfur plus 2. Plus 2 minus 4 minus 2. Total formal charge is minus 2. Option is minus 2. So option is minus 2. Option is 2. The next one, question number 7. The number of possible dative bond in the phosphoric acid molecule. So phosphoric acid molecule structure once you see here. So this is the structure of phosphoric acid. H3PO4. H3PO4 structure. Your phosphor around the 5 electrons are there. One of the electron form the bond with oxygen, another electron form the bond with oxygen, another electron form the bond with oxygen. remaining 2 electrons, so these 2 electrons donated to the oxygen. That's a fastest form dative bond with one of the oxygen. Remaining these two are covalent bond. This is dative bond. How many dative bonds are there? Only one dative bond is present. One dative bond. That's why in H3PO3 or phosphoric acid, how many dative bonds are there? One dative bond. Number of possible dative bond in phosphoric acid is 1. Option is 2. Then question number 8. The maximum number of lone pairs present in the Lewis dot structure of boron tetrafluoride, boron tetrahydride, Cn minus COCl2. See the structure of that 4 compounds. See here, boron tetrafluoride. Here how many lone pairs? 1, 2, 3. Each fluorine 3 lone pair. Here 3, here 3, here 3. Total 4 into 3, 12. 12 lone pair of electrons are there. 12 lone pairs, not electrons. 12 lone pairs. Electron means 12 into 2. Each lone pair means 1 lone pair means 2 electrons. Okay. 12 lone pair means 12 into 2, 24 lone pair electrons. Here, any lone pairs is there? No lone pairs. 0 lone pairs. Here, 2 lone pairs means 4 lone pair of electrons. Here, how many lone pairs? 1, 2, 3. Each chlorine 3. 2 chlorines 6. Oxygen is 2. 7, 8. 8 lone pairs. 8 into 2, 16. So here 16 lone pair of electrons are there in question. So which one is maximum number of lone pairs? First option is this is A, B, C, this is D. Maximum number of lone pairs in BF4 minus. Once you see here, lone pairs means 12 lone pairs are present in the boron tetrafluoride. Option is 1. Then question number 9. The ratio of sigma and pi bonds respectively in naphthalene. So we have to see the structure of naphthalene. This is naphthalene structure. You see here. How many sigma bonds? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sigma bonds. Again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 9, 10. 10 again this 11. 11 plus 8, 19. 19 sigma bonds. Then pi bonds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pi bonds, 19 sigma bonds. So it contain naphthalene contain sigma bonds 19, 5 pi bonds 5. Option is 2. Question number 10. What is the true about the CO molecules? So we have to check about the structure of CO molecules. So this is the CO molecules. It has 2 lone pairs. This is 1 lone pair. This is another lone pair. It has It has 1 dative bond. Dative bond represented by the arrow mark. Next, this is 1 dative bond. Here 1 double bond is there. 1 double bond means 1 sigma and 1 pi bond. So 2 lone pair of electrons are 2 lone pairs are 4 lone pair electrons. 4 lone pair electrons 4. Only lone pair means 2. Dative bonds 1 dative bond, 1 sigma bond, 1 pi bond. See here, it has 2 lone pairs, correct? 1 dative bond, 1 pi bond, 1 sigma bond. Option is A, B, C, D, correct. Option 4. Then question number 11. Which of the following molecule has shape in this diagram? Either PCl5 or XeOF4 or XeF6 or AsF6 minus. Which one has this type of structure? This is the square pyramid structure. So we have to check the hybridization. See here, XeO F4. Here xenon valence electron 8. 1, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of these 8 valence electrons, one of the valence electron form the bond with fluorine. Another one also form the bond with fluorine. Third one form the bond with fluorine. Fourth one also form the bond with 4 fluorines. 4 fluorines form the bond with 4 valence electrons. Remaining 4 is there are 2 electron form the bond with 1 oxygen. This is double bond. 2 electron form the bond with 1 electron. Remaining 2 electron is lone pair. So here one lone pair is there. Its structure is total number of bond pairs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total bonds total bonds 5 bond pairs. This is lone pair. 1 5 plus 1 6. 6 means sp3d2 hybridization. sp3d2 hybridization and one lone pair. That's why it has square pyramid structure. Square pyramid structure. XeO4. Option is XeO4 is square pyramid structure. Option is 2. Then question number 12. The hybrid state of central iodine atom in IO3 plus IO3 minus respectively. Is here IO3 plus IO3 minus. This is I3 plus, not IO3, I3 plus I3 minus. This is I3 plus. See here structure I3 plus. Each central iodine has 7 valence electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 7 valence electron, 2 electron form the bond with 2 iodines. Remaining 1 electron pair, another electron pair. Here one positive charge is there, means out of 7 1 electron loss. That's why this electron is absent. Then remaining 2 bond pairs, 2 lone pairs. Total 4. 4 means 1 s orbital, 3 p orbital, sp3 hybridization. So I3 plus is sp3 hybridization. Like that I3 minus. Here also same. I3 minus means how many valence electron? I3 minus. Central atom iodine is there. Iodine valence electron 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here one minus charge is there, 8. Out of 8, how many iodines are there around it? 1 iodine, another iodine. Remaining 1 lone pair, 2 lone pairs, 3 lone pairs. So 2 bond pairs, 3 lone pairs. Total 2 plus 3, 5 na? 5 means 1 s orbital, 3 p orbital, 1 d orbital. One is sp3 hybridization, another one is sp3d hybridization. So option is I3 plus is sp3, I3 minus is sp3 d hybridization. Option is sp3 d hybridization. Question number 13. Which of the following is a non-linear species? Just now I told here I3 minus is linear, its structure linear. Then next one N3 minus also linear. Okay, non-linear means here ICl2 also linear. ClO2 is, once you see here ClO2. So this is linear, wrong. This is also linear, wrong. This is also linear, wrong. Then this one is correct. How it is correct means you see here ClO2 minus is, once you see the hybridization. Is here ClO minus, chlorine valence electron 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minus charge is there 1, 8. So 2 electron form the bond with 1 oxygen atom. These 2 electron form the bond with another oxygen atom. The remaining 2 lone pairs. Total 2 bond pair, 2 lone pair. Total 4. 4 means sp3 hybridization. But due to the presence of 2 lone pair, it has a bent structure like H2O. In H2O, sp3 hybridization same. So this type of bent structure is there. Like that here also your chlorine, this is the bent structure, these two lone pairs around the chlorine. So it is not linear, it is bent structure, ClO2 minus. So option is ClO2 minus is a bent structure. Option is 2. So remaining all are linear except second option is non-linear. Then question number is 14. Which of the following is example of isostructural? Isostructural means structure is same. Structure same means we have to check the hybridization. Same hybridization, same the structure. Here first one is hybridization, you check here. First one is this is sp3 hybridization, both are. Here both are sp3 hybridization. That's why both have the tetrahedron shape structure. Shape is equal. Here mercury chloride and CuT, not sp3, sp. Mercury chloride and C2H2. C2H2, your carbon around it. So this is structure of C2H2, sp hybridization. Mercury also same, HgCl2. This is also sp hybridization. Both are same structure, sp hybridization. So linear structure, that's why it is structural isomer. Both are. These both are structural. This is sp hybridization. So not this one. This is wrong, amma. Why means so this is sp, this is sp3. Here this is sp, this is also sp. Option is 4. 4 is correct. First one is wrong. So option 4, both are sp hybridization. Both have the same structure, linear structure. That's why isostructural species. Question number 15. Number of vacant d orbital in SF6 after promotion of electron. SF6, you have to check its electron configuration. Here SF6. So SF6 ground state configuration, sulfur 3s2, 3p4, 3d0. 3s2 2 electrons, 3p4 4 electrons. In first excited state, one of the electron in the 3p orbital, here pairing is there, first one orbital, that electron transferred to the 3d. That's why here one electron is joined. In second excited state, this electron is transferred to this orbital. Here pairing one electron is there, second one that is transferred to the this one orbital. That's why here second orbital is first orbital is entered. So this fluorine form the bond with this electron. First fluorine form the bond with this electron. Second fluorine form the bond with this one. Third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth fluorine. After formation of 6 fluorines with form the bond with sulfur, how many electrons are there vacant orbital? 3d vacant orbitals are there. D orbital, 3d vacant orbitals are there. So this is the 3d. Option is 2. Then question number 16. Which of the following molecule is non-planar? Non-planar. See here, ClF3. ClF3 is T shape planar structure. It has also planar, T shape planar. Boron trifluoride. This is also planar structure, sp2 hybridization planar. NH3 is pyramid shape. It is not a planar, pyramid shape. Here C2Cl2. Here, so this is planar, first one, and BF3, second one also planar. Third one pyramid structure, it is not a planar. Then fourth one is double bond is there, planar structure sp2 hybridization. So this is also planar. So here 4 bonds with chlorines C2Cl4. Then which one is non-planar? So here first one, it is also planar. It is also planar. This is also planar. But among the which one is non-planar? NF3 is pyramid structure. It is non-planar. So it has pyramid structure, non-planar. So NH3 is pyramid structure, non-planar. Planar. This is also planar. So option is NH3 is non-planar. Option is 3. Then next question number 17. The shape of perxenate XeO6 minus. X means xenon. Xenon, how many valence electron? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extra, how many minor negative charge is there? 4. 8 plus 4. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Out of 12 valence electrons, 2 electrons form the bond with one oxygen. These 2 form the bond with another oxygen. These 2 form the bond with another oxygen. These 2 valence electrons form the bond with another oxygen. These 2 form the bond with another oxygen. These 2 also form the bond with another oxygen. Total how many bond pairs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bond pairs. 0 lone pairs. 6 bond pair means sp3, 1 s orbital, 3 p orbitals and 2 d orbitals. sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization means structure is octahedral structure. Shape is octahedral structure. One see the here 6 bond pairs, 0 lone pair, sp3 hybridization, octahedral structure. So option is octahedral structure. Then next question number 18. See here question number 18. Which of the following molecule has the linear structure? In CS2, carbon disulfide, linear structure, sp hybridization. BeH2, sp hybridization, linear structure. OCS, sp hybridization, linear structure. So option is all are correct. So all are correct now. Once here CS2, BeH2 structure, CS double bond O. So all are have the linear structure, same hybridization, sp hybridization, linear structure. Option is all are have linear structure. Option is 4. Then next one is 19th. If pure p orbitals are involved in the molecular formation, the bond angle in H3O plus. H3O plus bond angle if pure p orbital involved in the bond. Molecular formation, pure p orbital is involved. What about the bond angle? You see here. So in H3O plus oxygen valence electron configuration 2s2 2p4. 2s2 2p4. So in this is 2s2 2 electron. This is 2p4. So these 2 electrons in s orbital, these 4 electrons in the p orbital for involved in the sp3 hybridization. That's when oxygen, these 2 electrons form the bond with 2 hydrogen. Remaining these 2 are lone pairs. This is one lone pair, this is another lone pair. But whenever the H3 plus ions comes to nearer to the H2O, this lone pair electron form donated to the H2O plus. Therefore, oxygen form the dative bond with hydrogen H3 plus. Then H, this is one of the hydrogen. Here lone pair is there. Here bond angle is 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Bond angle is 90 degrees. So this is the structure of sp3 hybridization. This is pure p orbital. the orbital which are not involved in the bond formation. Okay, so this is not involved in the hybrid pure p orbital means which are not involved in the what is that bond formation. So this is not involved in the bond formation. This lone pair of electron involved in the H3O plus bond formation. Molecular formation it is involved. P orbitals are involved in the H3O plus bond formation which H3O plus. That's why it is a pure p orbital. So here bond angle is 90 degrees. Option is 3, 90 degrees. See here, this is HA, HA, H3O plus. Here one lone pair. Here bond angle 90 degrees. Here also bond angle 90 degrees. Here also bond angle 90. Here also 90 degrees. The next question number 20. Which of the following has a bond angle is less than 90 degrees? So we have to check the shape, hybridization. Then only bond angle is easy. Less than 90 degrees. See here. C2F4 tetrahedron. C2F4 in carbon spe2 hybridization. Bond angle is 120 degrees. IF7 means 1 s orbital, 3 p orbital, 3 d orbital. sp3 d3 hybridization. Hybridization is bond angle is 72 degrees. Pentagonal bipyramid. So this is structure is pentagonal bipyramid. See here iodine is there. Here one fluorine. Okay, so this is another fluorine. This is pentagonal bipyramid. Here bond angle is 72 degrees. Here between here also 72 degrees. So bond angle is 72 degrees less than 90. Then SaCl4 tetrahedron structure, sp3 hybridization tetrahedron structure 109 degree 28 minutes. H2O2 is open book structure. Here bond angle is 94.8 degrees. Okay. So which one is less than 90 degrees? IF7. Option is so in this one IF7 is bond angle is 72 degrees. It is less than 90 degrees. So option is 2. So this is about the today class. Once you practice these 20 bits, tomorrow I will explain remaining. That's all.